Morning for me and my neighbor's baying dog because it is upstairs howling. Good morning, besties. Happy Sunday. We are gonna spend a cozy hobby day together because I feel the urge. My brain is like, do all the hobbies. So we're gonna do all the hobbies and we're gonna start with my favorite hobby, which of course, if you've been watching my videos, you know is coloring. So I'm gonna color my cute little spooky cute coloring book with my Oahu markers, which I just got because my Crayola markers, I've been using them so often that they're starting to dry out. So we're gonna color a little bit and then we're going to do some crochet and some diamond painting and some video gaming, and we might even go to Disney together. So let's just have a really fun, cozy hobby day. Feel free to do whatever hobby you would like while you have this video on in the background, or if you just want to see me have a good time, then let's get into it. Coloring time is so much fun. I'm literally having a blast. I don't like the page that I just colored and showed you, so I'm doing another one, and I'm currently making myself a little chai latte. I'm gonna bring you down a little bit so you can see, but just know I also need to clean. Chai in this cup. It was originally in this cup because I needed it to be hot first. What I did find in Home Goods was this Torani brown sugar cinnamon syrup, which I'm gonna add to the chai. And if you're ever curious about what the heck I watch when I'm doing my cozy hobbies, I'm either reading by listening to an audiobook, or I'm listening to ghost stories because in my heart of hearts, I am a spooky gal. I really love paranormal shows and things about paranormal encounters. The podcast I'm currently obsessed with is Ghosties, which is just two women sitting on their couch talking about scary shit and drinking tea. And if that is not me to a fucking tea, I do not know what is. I really enjoy them, and I'll have them linked in this video. I think that's everything I wanted in here. The brown sugar syrup and the pumpkin spice creamer. Admittedly, I think I used way too much cream for this because I was not paying attention. So that's gonna be very sweet. And of course, my little glass straw. So let's give her a taste and hope she doesn't taste like pumpkin cream. Just like I thought, I put way too much pumpkin creamer in there. Okay, I would try to save it with instant coffee, but I don't have that. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more chai in there to make the chai taste stronger. Then I'm going to just add some milk because milk has a very mild flavor and hopefully that will cut through it. She's been saved. It tastes like horchata, so delicious. Did I spend like 5 hours today coloring? Yes. I love coloring a lot. I find it very soothing and I listen to ghostly podcasts the whole time. But I am now about to move on to our second cozy activity of the day, and that is playing The Sims 4. This is my Sims game. My sim has baby. I'm going to play for many hours now. Video gaming has been done. Yes, it is dark because it's 6 p.m. It's not actually dark outside, but now it is time to cozy up in bed and continue my crochet project and watch some very, very cozy videos. So I'm gonna do that. Immediately obvious what it is because I'm still at the bottom, but it's going to turn into a bag. And my whole perspective when it comes to crochet is I'm not trying to be perfect. I really don't care if it is perfect. This bag is going to have like a mesh, and you can see the bottom obviously has a different pattern because I don't want things to fall through. I really like Viv's Crochet if you're looking for like free crochet patterns and easy tutorials to follow. But this is my little prelude to making a sweater in November because I want to crochet my own cardigan. And I particularly love crochet because it's the idea that I'm taking this ball of yarn and I'm turning it into something I'm going to use all the time. It's just mind-boggling to me, but I have a lot of fun doing it. However, I think for the rest of the night, I'm going to do some reading, but it's about 20 minutes before my bedtime. I will see you in a little bit so we can have some cozy reading time. Alright, besties, this morning's crochet session was a ton of fun, but if the lighting is very purple, it's because I have my little sunset lamp on. I love it. It's shining right in my eyes though, so we're gonna ignore that. But cozy day also means cozy reading, and I'm going to be using my Kindle. Now, I'm gonna show you this book, and you're gonna have to tell me, does it not scream fall? It screams fall for me. So I'm going to be reading A Soul to Guide by Opal Rain. Now this is part of the Duskwalker Bride series. I do really enjoy this series. It's taken me a while to get into this book. For a point of reference, I've been reading it on and off for the past like 4 months. But this time around, I'm actually super getting into it. But for now, let's do some cozy reading together. It's a travel story, and I love that for me. It is so much fun right now that we're getting a moment that I'm like, ooh, I see you. I see you. But I'm also confused because Merc is in his human form, and you see the cover. That is not what that man looks like. So I'm like, is he a shifter? Questions on questions, but I'm having a very good time. I know it's dark, but I prefer it this way. Look, pretty light behind me. It's much prettier in person. The camera's just like, bitch, it's dark. So far, the hero in this book, it's funny to call him that because he's literally like a 6 foot tall monster. He's darker than any of the other heroes we've got. He's arrogant, he's cocky, he's 100% kidnapped our main female character. And for some reason, I'm really liking reading about this story. It also feels like they're on slightly more even playing grounds because, of course, our heroine, Raywin, is not human. She is an elf. She is stronger and faster and has magic. So I'm really liking their dynamics. I'm not a dark romance girly, but this to me feels like Opal's attempt at like a dark fantasy romance, and I'm having a really good time. I'm enjoying that so much. And also, Raywin as an elf is 6'7", and the hero in this is like 6'9", maybe. So they're about the same height. And I know that seems so pointless to like mention, but if you're a romance reader, you know that is not always the case. This one is a tall woman, and Raywin is blind, and she is a black woman, and I am just live, laugh, loving for this story. He is arrogant though. And normally I don't like alpha holes. I don't think I'd class him as an alpha hole, but this is definitely venturing into the dark romance territory. Good morning, bussies. Did I immediately wake up at 9 a.m. because I slept for over 12 hours? It was an exhausting day, fun day, but Disney is tiring. I immediately woke up, rose out of my bed like a fucking vampire, and was like, today is the library sale. and it has already started. So I'm gonna put a hat on and we're gonna go to the library sale and we're gonna hope that we find books that I would like to purchase. So let's go. All right, besties, there was nothing that I was interested in at the book sale, but this is a super cute library and I'm glad that I came. What am I gonna do after this? I don't know. I feel like I wanna go to the bookstore, but I'm also like, do I wanna go to the bookstore? I don't know. Was not planned, but the place where the Books A Million is actually a pretty large outdoor mall, and there's a Spirit Halloween literally right in front of me, so we're going to Spirit Halloween. Hung this outside of your house, we're fighting. Because what the fuck? Mom, I'm scared. I wanna go home. What I've been wearing all day, except that I'm wearing a hat, because obviously my hair. It high key looks like I'm not wearing pants. If it wasn't for these strings and like me shifting slightly, I think you might genuinely believe that I wasn't wearing any fucking pants. Hello, my loves. It is book club time. I have the red light, and the red light here takes like 10 minutes, so I'm off to the book club. I don't love these glasses, but they're my only prescription glasses that are sunglasses, so I'll see you at some point later on. Okay. It is book club time, but I'm not going to be filming in there because that's too uncomfortable. People are there to talk about their books. So I'm going to have a good time, and then I'm going to take my ass home because I fucking have homework. I had a lovely time at book club, as always. And now we're getting a little treat. And I was laughing because we were talking about like books set in Florida. And they're like October and the cool breeze. And we're like, bitch, cool breeze? It's 100 degrees. There's no cool breeze. But I'm gonna get a maple chai and then I have to go home and actually do homework. But I am almost done with A Soul to Guide. So I'll give you an update when I'm able to. Welcome back to the coziness. Not that you ever left, because it's the same video for you. For me, it's been a little bit of time. So the last update I gave you, I'm gonna crochet my little tote bag while I'm doing this. It's like slightly messed up here, but I had already frogged it once and it's much better before it was going all the way up. I don't remember if I showed you that or not, but the last time I updated you, I was reading A Soul to Guide. I am still reading that. I read like 100 pages a day, but it's almost 700 pages. Here's what happened. So I told you all, my girl was eavesdropping. Okay, she was dying. Did she care? Did that stop her from getting the gossip? No. She still got her ass out that sickbed to overhear the conversation Merrick is having with his witch owl. So I thought she heard the whole thing, but I was hoping that she hadn't, because the only thing that she focused on was the fact that he thinks that she is beautiful. And she's like, really? Well, let's fuck. Let's do that. And I was like, girl, is that the part of the conversation that you stick with? But later they have a more in-depth conversation, and I realized, thankfully, she did not hear the whole story. And we've gotten to the point, it's a romance, obviously, where she thinks that she's in love with him, but she's like, I don't know, like, we've been in this situation, he's the only person I've spoken to, like, I need some time away to really understand that. And I get that. But what she doesn't know is what is going on with Jabez. I don't think that's how you pronounce his name, but we find out more about who he is, and I'm like, Opal, the tea. This world is very expansive. I do consider this like a high fantasy series because there is a ton of world building that is going on. And I'm just like, if only she knew what the fuck was happening in the background. Meanwhile, in his head, Merrick is like, no, actually, I decided that I don't want to go. And actually, neither will you, because you're going to be my bride. And he is like a very self-conscious person. And I've told you, he's like our tortured hero. And it's just making me giggle. Like, if you like the possessive, tortured hero, hates everyone but her, Merrick is that person. And he is hilarious. Is it haha funny that he's actually holding her captive? No. What's haha funny is that she doesn't know that, and she has powers. And like, he knows that she has powers, but I'm like, girl, both of them. Merrick, like, I don't think that's going to work out in your favor, buddy. I don't. But I only have like 100 pages or so left, so I should finish that today. But just know, I'm having such a good time. Opal is also incorporating so many kinks in here. I'm going to tell you one that disturbed me just a little bit. He has a knot. I mean, look at this man. Of course he has a knot. His penis is weird in other ways, but we don't have to talk about that. He has a knot, and they decide to try knotting. And my girl comes so many times that it actually starts to hurt. I think she spends about 5 minutes having an orgasm. Like, darling, how have you not died? She is overstimulated. And he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, does that mean that you don't want to do that again? And she's like, I didn't say all that. I didn't say all that. I said I needed a break. And it just makes me laugh. But here's one part that actually disturbed me. This man is 7 feet tall, which fine. She's like 6'8", 6'9". So she's almost his height. But he comes a lot. A lot. If you are someone who likes getting, well, actually, I wouldn't know that, and I don't need to know that. But if that happens to be your thing of someone coming all over you, this is part of Duskwalker behavior, but they not. And so he comes inside of her, and there's a point where he is talking about feeling his own dick through her stomach. That's a big fucking dick. You feel himself moving against himself. Talk about rearranging her guts. But beyond that, besties, he comes so much that she describes it as having to pop herself like a balloon. Her stomach is literally swollen with his cum. And I'm like, that's a little bit too far for me, but I'm not one to kink shame. If that's what they're into, that's what they're into. And like many of Opal's heroines, my girl's a freak on the low. And I'm like, good for her. She's going to dig down and she's having a damn good time. So I am going to finish this, and I'm going to tell you what I think. As you can see, I had to frog this. So this is the most important, most annoying part of having to frog a project, is how tangled up the yarn gets. But I'm going to continue crocheting my little tote bag. Surprise to nobody that I didn't finish it. To be fair, I would have finished it had I not had to frog it. The issue that I was having with the other one is that the pattern said to slip stitch after every round. I thought that was weird, but didn't comment on it. I'm too much of a newbie to know any better. and it just made the bag shrink. And that's the last thing that you want to happen when you are crocheting. But I'm going to continue my little tote bag. I am going to read more of A Soul to Guide. I'm so excited to get to the twins and so freaking terrified for what is going to happen with Jabez, because something is going on with this man. Something is going on with his man, and I don't know what Opal has going on with this story, but I am very nervous to see where it goes. But I shall see you in just a little bit, besties. Finished coloring. I like to think that this little gremlin creature was just being mischievous, and he popped in and he looks around and he's like, what the fuck is happening? That's a great question, Mr. Gremlin. I am eating chocolate ice cream in bed. Do I do this often? No. In fact, I never eat ice cream in bed. But you know what? Today I want to. So I did finish A Soul to Guide last night. And of course, I fucking loved it. I'm really happy that the ending wasn't as tense as I thought it would be. There was definitely tension there. And while I can see the point of view that kind of was an anticlimactic ending, I still really liked it. And I still really love them. And Merrick is absolutely maybe my favorite desk walker that we've read from so far. This was such a fun time. I'm so glad I got back into the series. And even though she was long, she was very well written, and I appreciate that. Now I'm like, do I want to continue with the series? Not because I didn't enjoy this, I really did, but the next book is going to be really tense. Like, really sad. I'm imagining, because it's about torture. Also, I painted my nails this color because I saw Kennedy from Cozy K paint her nails like a similar color. And I was like, yeah, fall vibes. But now I feel like I just look like a werewolf. Like, these are talons. Anyway, that's not the point. I I'm hopeful that I'll continue with the series. I feel like I read one of these books every single year. But that does bring us to the end of this video, besties. Thank you so much for spending these past few days with me. I hope that you have enjoyed the cozy hobby time. And at some point in a future vlog, I will definitely show you the crochet tote bag, which I should be finishing in the next few days. And I shall see you in my next video. Bye!